today. From Soldier Field in Chicago.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Let's go. Right there. 54, right there.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Mike, 54. Tighten up. Pull it together. 54 is Mike.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Here we go.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So it's a pretty good season. He's all that now. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at
tonight.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to his right.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now it's Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Santos' kick is up and through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 2. Just under 2 minutes to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
26 Mike. Defense wins championship, man.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
That's complete to Lamb.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right.
Able to connect with Jacobs. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it ends with what most likely will be the game-winning touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was
today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 11 of the MFL on EA Sports.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now a play fake here on first down.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path. A significant number.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw.
Over the middle, he's got Shenault. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
And now the rookie's free. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
So a win here for the Falcons, and the man leading the charge was their quarterback, Charles. That's Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground. And that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Hey.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 38. 36. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
Tannehill. Fighting to stay, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Check, 47. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. High throw, but the catch is made.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Tannehill on 3rd down. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Traylon Burks,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Tannehill looking to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing. 56, Mike, 56, right there.
Here's Wilson.
Out quickly to Judy.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
You got tight right there.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Wilson.
On the slant, completes to Sutton.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw again is Wilson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Broncos get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Now it's Tannehill.
And brought in downfield by Burks. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Let's go. Waiting. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's how we roll, fellas. Keep playing hard. Hey, check Mike 47. It's just me and you.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now Tannehill. It's complete to Fuller. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This for baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Pollard going to try the right side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Mike's 56. He don't know no better.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 7, 23 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 240. Bandit. Check 13.
Tannehill. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Throwing Tannehill.
Check. 47.
He's going to let it fly. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Now Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. One last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
Today, from Bank of America.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Two times.
Cook following the penalty. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Mike 20.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
If anyone ever has any doubt that tight ends are primary targets nowadays, just watch this play. He's back in the pocket, finds his guy, and they get a nice gain out of it.
Yeah, simple little completion out into the flat.
It's our field. It's our field.
2nd and 5. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5.
They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Panthers.
Terrace Marshall.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
Double tight.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. They're going to look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 35 yards.
And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? Two hands, and in this case, we just saw it with one hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
Lutz with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
He's going to look deep for more.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
That pass complete to Moore.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Pittman. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Pittman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints will add to their fourth quarter lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will come out to the Jones elects for the touchback.
So now the Panthers down by 10, and time a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That's into the hands of Marshall.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Gets this to Moore.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now back to throw.
He'll get this complete downfield to Komet.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Ready up. 33, check back 33. Hey, get in the weight room. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's see what you got. Hey, check back 33.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Mike 20, Mike 20.
And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for New Orleans, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date.
Today, from Highmark Stadium.
Throwing on first down is Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Allen buying time to his left. Open man down the field is Landry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 34. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached. Being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Allen going to throw. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And again, it's Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Bass on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw.
This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Back to Renfro again, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Henderson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Jaguars! Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 70.
And the Jags get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 49.
They'll run with Hall.
Here we go.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. Touchdown! Michael Thomas. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the 4th quarter, defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. What's that? Mike 15. Mike 15. It's a party now. It's a party. What's that?
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Bills, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey,
Back to throw now on first down.
Open man completes it to Claypool. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Quick slant to Crowder. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. An option handoff given to Sanders.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Looking to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And New York set to take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now Carter to start the drive.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. There's Wilson to throw.
That's complete left side to Bateman.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
Got a man, it's Mims.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They go play action with Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Again, Wilson.
Looking for Bateman, he's got him, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Hey man, watch the boot. 41 Mike, 41 Mike. Come on, D!
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So the Dolphins now down by 11, a minute 50 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this is caught by Parker.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Pass caught by Crowder. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw again.
Throwing the out route, and Crowder makes the catch.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They'll turn to Sanders.
But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, he stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The Jets with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they take a knee.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Jets, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Ready. Black. 95. Army. Check my 40. Check my 40.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Tyreek Hill's got another one. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
He sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll take this to the 46. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here 1st and 10.
180. Who that? Check 45 to Mike. Check.
Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing, Mayfield. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Mayfield. This is caught by Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Mayfield with it once more. This complete to Lockett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
45, Mike, 45.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 101 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Giants, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7.
And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 11 of the MFL on EA Sports.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Hopkins' kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here with White. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Blockers get to them, allow them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The Raiders on third down, not so hot, 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
80 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Bilal Nichols in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Up the middle with Eckler. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
The Raiders now set to get the football back. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by Carlson is good, and in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Wide open receiver, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check safety, check safety.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's Eckler again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Hopkins' kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
So the Raiders now down on the scoreboard. 1:13 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing, Herbert. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Herbert. Brown with his stick skills. That one a first down pickup of 8. Herbert to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Now Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, Charles, I know you have a lot of questions. So do I about the decision there at the end. They had the potential game-tying field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.
And you're right, partner. We all have questions, but I don't think anyone's going to ask the question more forcefully than the person who signs the checks for the entire organization. Why didn't you run the field goal kicker out there? You had a chance to tie the game. Looked like a makeable kick. Was the kicker hurt? Did you just not like the field conditions? This head coach is going to have a heck of an explanation.
So for the Chargers, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as
today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 11 of the MFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals versus Deshaun Watson and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Pittsburgh, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it.
Today, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Houston Texans.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle.
Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Locke on the bootleg. Rolling to his left. That's caught left side by the tight end Jordan. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the run, watch the run. 56, Mike 56.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So here now Sam Sloman in a big spot. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Second and 6. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Looking to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 37. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike, check 33. 33.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Check, 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 check.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let him know.
Now a first down carry for Harris. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
From the 29, Locke. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
55 is my guy, 55. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Locke. And Ingram hauls it in. Touchdown, Texans. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. And the lead is up to 15 now. That time a 6-play drive. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 15. 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On the give, this is Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll run again with Harris. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Check 99. 3 down, 3 down.
On third down, here's Harris. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball